Hello, we are rolling. This is Michael Opheim. I'm your host for tonight. Welcome to the Opheim Poetry Night. Today we are coming at you live from my basement here, and I'm going to be reciting for you two of my very own poems. So let's just jump right into it. I don't want to waste your time here. My first poem I like to call Mechanized and Voided. Now this poem has to do with a phone call that I received in the middle of the night from a good friend of mine who was going through quite the rough patch. And what he didn't realize was that I understood exactly what he was saying. I had been through that rough patch myself. So this first poem takes a bit of a melancholic undertone, but let's just get into it. So this is Mechanized and Voided. A phone call goes out under the blanket of midnight, traveling to whoever is willing to receive it in the tangled void. Finally, someone picks up. He asks his question. Why is there nothing left of me, of what used to be? Only a void. The answerer shakes under the weight of such a corrupt question. For it is a question he asked himself cyclically in an empty void. The menacing machine murmurs with malice, maintaining for a few minutes. It resembles his inside. It takes his mind back to that place, the void. At last, he looks further into the phone at who is to become his best friend. He responds in mournful apology, for he is sentenced to a life in the void. In his response, he contributes only 4 tragic words. Endure. Life is void. Okay, so that was my first poem. Now my second poem I like to call What Remains in Memories. Now this is a poem that is basically a reaction to being told as a kid that you never want to grow up. Because as kids, I feel like most of us want to grow up to be adults, because we want to have the freedom to drive somewhere without our parents, or to watch R-rated movies. We want to grow up to do those things. But then all adults will tell you is that you do not want that. And so now that I have grown, I look back on that and I realize what they mean by that. So this is What Remains in Memories. I yearn for the bygone budding day, where I sat in the cool sand with toes curled, where I had no reason not to play, as I was shaded from the world. Songs used to sing in sweet bliss. People were friends that couldn't be lost, all while the high-tech hissed, I now know what time can cost. No concerns kept in time, only hope, and pondering what may be on TV. I have now moved to elope a life that I cannot even conceivably see. This time, something that can never be replaced. In everybody, it must be alarmingly faced. Okay, so those are my 2 poems. I hope you enjoyed them. Thank you for listening to me, and I will see you on the next poetry night. Just kidding. I'll see you in our drama unit, most likely. All right, goodbye.